They arrive to the Melid's last location. They find him. They're not the only ones searching for him. The fourth country is too. They want to make sure he's dead, and I mean make sure of it. Obviously, the main character knows that if he goes with them or he takes the Melid instead, he will be doomed anyways because the barracks know his real identity. So it's not safe and sound anyways. So he tells the Crybaby Deputy General to take the Melid to the barracks on his own. Because the Deputy General wanted to stay back and be the distraction, and the main character's like, no, it's more safe for you to go with him than it is for me. Because all I'm gonna do is end up dragging him down because he won't be able to protect me if they catch up with us. So you have to go. Because I can't protect him and he can't protect me. And he tells the Crybaby Deputy General that if he does not survive this and doesn't return, he wants the Crybaby Deputy General to write the Melid a letter supposedly written by him that is heart-wrenching and heartbreaking, that would rip the Melid's heart out, informing the Melid he never loved the Melid, he never cared for him, he just used the Melid, he just wanted the Melid's fame, fortune, and status to have a pampered princess life. But once everyone knew his identity, he realized he couldn't have the fame, fortune, and status that he was trying to steal from the Melid, so he left on his own. Even though he's repeatedly shown the Melid he doesn't want that lifestyle, that he told the Melid that if what life he wanted to live was a life of living as a regular human being. But still, I thought it was messed up he wanted that letter written. Like, I was yelling at him, I was screaming at him. It reminded me of Scum Saving Systems so much with that. I was like, honey, seriously, he loves you and you love him. Do you have to do this? You're just gonna hurt him. I was screaming at him the same way I was screaming at the main character in Scum Saving Systems actions. Like, I was like, why? The main character gets caught by one of the generals of the fourth country, and this man tortures the living daylights out of the main character. He even runs his horse over the main character, crippling the main character's legs. Like, this man is doing the worst he possibly could to the main character. His soldiers recognize the main character and they get him out of there. They get him all the way back to his village. And one of these soldiers is the soldier we met at the beginning of the book who had promised to return to the main character's side to pay the main character back his debt. And this is the moment he pays back. So no, he's not a second love interest. He's not a high position in his military. I just assumed he was, because usually that's how the route goes. But he's not. He's just a random soldier who recognizes the main character after the main character doing a good deed for him and his buddies and them getting him out of there to safety. I thought there was going to be so much more and there was going to be more of a mess and drama, but I guess I was wrong. And I've been wrong several times. We all know this. I'm very bad at figuring things out in the future. There's only a few times I'm good at it, but a good portion of the time I'm not. So everyone's just pampering and caring for the main character. I mean, everyone, his ex-personal guard, the old lady, ex-personal guard's husband, his teacher's son. Like, they're all just making sure the main character is just a pampered, spoiled little princess, that he doesn't even have to lift a finger. Obviously, this frustrates him because he wants to get back to the Melid side as soon as possible, and all of them want to do is keep him in bed and make sure he's pampered and spoiled. And you're going, wait, wasn't the ex-personal guard his husband with the young soldier in another location trying to meet up with a amazing healer? Yes. But when they met up with the healer informed them that it'd be best for him to stay in the state he was, because if he returned to his irregular state, he will be in a much more worse mental station than he would if he was right now. So they agree and return him back. And the main character, getting informed this, also agrees that it's probably best for the young soldier to stay in a childlike state than be in a state where he's literally heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, hurt. So while the main character is resting, he has a letter sent to the Melid through a messenger who is a friend to the teacher's son. He also has the messenger try to have the Melid's mother's token, which is a jade hairpiece. I don't think I said what it was, which the main character had fixed. But I could be wrong and the main character just had a new one made and had sent to the Melid, but the messenger has a hard time doing this and had to hand it over to somebody else because of all the military things that are happening. Even though the main character is supposed to be resting, he is still anxious and worried. He wants to be by the Melid side, so he keeps not resting like he's supposed to. Luckily, at this moment, the male lead has arrived and is now by the main character's side. So the main character can take his medicine, can rest without trying to be too anxious and try to push the process of healing too fast. The male lead and his forces do defeat the fourth country, and let's just say he does very nasty things to the general who tortured the main character. Like, let's just say he does way worse things than what that dude did to the main character, and then, he gets rid of the dude. And the soldiers who had helped the main character, when their general found out what they did, he had them in prison. So once the male lead had taken care of the dude, he freed those imprisoned soldiers, and those soldiers now moved into the village right beside the main character's village. The main character finally admits his feelings in the most soon way anyone possibly could admit their feelings, and now him and the male lead are together, and I am so happy. But they haven't done the Devil's Tango yet because, again, the main character's health is not there. He even gets teased by his teacher over it, when the teacher almost walking on them being a little too flirty, and the teacher reminding them the main character's health can't handle it. Now, the main character kind of wants to roll in the sheets with his husband and even tells his husband, hey, I'm willing to be the bottom. He's also upset because every time they get a little bit too close, people keep walking in on them. So the main character's like, when are we going to be able to do the Devil's Tango? And the male lead calms him and goes, we will sooner or later. You just have to trust the process. And the main character's like, I want to do it with you so badly. I'm like, honey, calm yourself. So they go to a temple, and specifically, we're going to talk about them leaving the temple, and they only know about this temple because of the ex-personal guard and his husband, but we're returning back from a temple. The male lead is carrying the main character, and the main character loves it, even going, you know what? If I stay injured forever, you can just carry me everywhere. And the male lead goes, no, you'll get healed and better, and I'll still carry you everywhere. And the main character's like, aw. But then he realizes he wants the male lead to let him go and let him walk the rest of the way because, again, he does not want the villagers to see them this way because the villagers get the wrong idea. Specifically, one villager who is the auntie, and she has fantasies just like his ex-servant does. Once she sees them, because the Melly refused to put the main character down, she thinks they did the Devil's Tango because the Melly punished the main character for his behavior. And she even tells the Melly that whenever the main character acts the way the main character does, he should punish the main character like he did. And the Melly agrees to it. And when the main character's like, haha, yeah, and the Melly just continues agreeing with the woman while talking to the main character after they walk away. And the main character's like, oh no, I'm doomed. The male lead, he wants to just give up the throne and be by the main character's side. And the main character's like, no, I want you to go conquer these lands like you did in the book. I want to see you become the emperor of the empire. And I want to be by your side as you do it. So I will go back with you when you head back for the throne. I will be by your side. He also doesn't want people's tongues wagging because he knows nasty, horrible rumors will be told about the male lead once the male lead leaves the throne. He knows people say terrible things about him and the male lead and call him basically the Hela of Troy if the male lead leaves the throne for him. So the main character's like, if we're going to let people talk about us, we're at least going to have the throne while we do that. So they agree to go back and they say goodbye to everybody in the village that they had befriended and had a relationship with. And they were going to leave by themselves until the young soldier comes to the main character and basically pleads the main character to take him with him. And so the main character agrees to take the person he's been caring for and supporting this entire time, just like he did his younger brother in his past life, with him.